I tried to conceal my tears from the onslaught of headlights, each beam a harsh spotlight, burning at my failures. These cars whooshing past me felt harsh. They were in such a hurry, they probably didn't even notice me. They were headed back toward their limitless lives, to the memory foam mattresses and big screen televisions, their picket fences, maids, and landscapers, with fridges filled with produce they probably let rot. Are these people happy? Probably not. It's rare to be a happy person these days. But who was I to judge? I was an imposter in their world, a ghost slipping through the cracks, unworthy of the comfort and stability they took for granted. The sun was swallowed by night now, and I hadn't meant to be here this long. At last, I reached a familiar crossroad. No warning, no sound. Blocked, blinking red, and glaring like a demon in the night. A metal beast stood in my way with giant graffiti. The letters said, "Fuck you." It felt like a personal attack, a reminder of my failures and the barriers I couldn't quite overcome. The train loomed heavy and oppressive, its rusted exterior a physical manifestation of the weight and the obstacles in my life. The full moon hung low in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the scene. The blinking lights of the crossroad flickered like a heartbeat of a dying star, each pulse a reminder of my desperation to move forward and the relentless feeling of being blocked. The air thick with the scent of damp earth and rust, mingling with the distant hum of a city that felt worlds away. I wasn't scared, just annoyed as I needed to feed my dog and felt a push on my bladder that was bordering on urgency. The train made a large sigh sound and reversed a bit. The screeching wheel sounded unkept and rusty. Oh, good, I thought. It's going to move backward off the crossroad and let me by. My patience was fleeing. I had others counting on me. I needed to cross. The wheels slammed to a stop once again, as if mocking my desperation. The steam release felt desperate and haunting, like trapped dreams spraying from this massive pressure cooker of oppression. The train loomed, carrying a mystery cargo that made my skin crawl as I imagined the possibilities. Its rusty exterior, a physical manifestation of the weight and obstacles I felt in my life. Each screech of the wheels echoed my internal struggle, the guilt of feeling like an imposter in a world that seemed to move effortlessly around me. The blinking lights of the crossroad were like eyes of judgment, watching my every move, reminding me of my inadequacies and the barriers I couldn't overcome. Feeling defeated and exhausted, I chose to wait it out on a tree stump which shadowed itself near my train wreck of an obstacle. The flickering railroad lights seemed to pulse and mock as they barricaded my passing. My surroundings blurred, immobilized with paralyzing thought forms. Visions of my past, present, and potential future felt obstructed in my mind like a hypnotic slideshow, each one more vivid and unsettling than the last. I grasped at my phone, but only felt a willow leaf tickling at my fingertips. I choked on the tangy saliva that filled my mouth like blood. I could smell the steel and the grease of the graffiti monster. The dormant train let out a deep, metallic sigh which echoed through the stillness like a giant exhaling after a long rest. The silence punctuated by the rhythmic clanking of gears and the hiss of steam escaping, reminiscent of a dragon awakening from a slumber. Gradually, the wheels began to turn with a slow rumbling growl, accompanied by the sharp, staccato clatter of metal on metal, like a heartbeat of an ancient factory coming back to life. The air filled with the symphony of grinding steel and the persistent hiss of steam. I saw myself as a child, full of wonder and curiosity, exploring the world with wide eyed innocence. And then I saw the struggles and the hardships that shaped me, the moments of pain and loss that had left their mark on my soul. And finally, I glimpsed a future filled with possibilities, both bright and dark, depending on the choices I made. And then the silence broke like a screaming whisper, this mundane moment now feeling urgent, like a puzzle which needed to be solved. I felt catapulted from the tree stump that I sat, as if everything was springing back to life. The silence rebalanced with moving cars and echoed hums of a world around me which began to move again as strange curiosity came over me to investigate the train and look at its scales, to understand it. I felt like my eyesight gained magnetism and I could zero in on the depth of this manufactured way. Like I had become part machine myself. And so I looked closely at the deep hieroglyphs around each word. First, the letter F. I could see clearly around the letter F. It said, "She goes low, she goes high, fighting hard so you can fly." My body filled with light, as if my battery suddenly became full. I looked closely now at the letter U. Around it, I could see that it said, "A rainbow scene behind her eye, holding light so you can cry." All of the sudden, my entire soul felt enlivened with fuel. Quickly, I moved to the letter C. Around it, you could see very clearly engraved etchings that said, "Dancing clouds break when you try. Two branches for you to tie." The magnetism in my body felt electric. I could no longer feel any doubt within my vessel. My soul screamed for more information. I looked now at the letter K with magnified precision. I read the last clue. "I will let out another sigh. Be sure you know instead of lie." While I wasn't quite sure how to proceed in my mind, my body felt answered. Hey, you! If you haven't figured it out yet, I hope you do soon. And if not, you need to subscribe. Thank you!